Hello, welcome to the chemistry class with me, Mr. Rocky. Today, we are going about shell electron configuration. And today learning objective, students are able to determine the place of electron in one atom shell, also able to do the electron filling correctly. Okay, what on your mind when you see the picture? Is there anyone think about overload driving? Okay, what will happen if you drive the motorcycle like this? You will be fine. You will possibly involved in accident and etc. Why does someone is fine? Because they do think against the law. Can someone drive like that? Sure, can. However, it's not right according to the law, so it is wrong. Just like the driver, electron is also important. There are many rules that have to be followed. To understand this clearly, let's take a look about what is the shell electron configuration. Okay, electron configuration in the distribute of the electron in the atom shell. An atom has three subatoms, which are proton, electron, and neutron. Proton's charge is positive, neutron has no charge, while electron has negative charge. Then, how is the place of the subatom in the atom? In Born theory, the atom consists of positively charged atom core. In this atom core are located proton and neutron, then negatively contain electron surround the atomic core at the certain travel. The travel in is called an atomic shell. So, in the shell or the atom, there are the electron. Then the shell close to the atomic nucleus or the first shell in also called key shell. The second shell is the called L shell and so up to the seventh shell which is also called key shell. Okay, proton and neutron are located in the core of the atom, while the electrons are distributed in the orbital of the atom, which is called an atomic shell. Then how does the electron spread in every shell? In the number of the electron in each shell the same. So, in the electronic distribution or the electron configuration, they are the rules like the rules when using a motor vehicle. Electron distribution begins from the shell with the lowest energy level or the close to the atom. Shell has a maximum number of limit. The maximum number of electrons in each atom shell is formulated with 2n squared, where in the number of shell, so there are shell key, L, M, N, and so on. The key cell is the first cell, which mean that the n is 1 because the n is equal to 1. The maximum number of the electron is 2 times 1 square equal to 2. For the L shell, the n is 2, meaning the maximum number of electron is 2 times 2 square equal 8. So the value of n is squared and then multiply by 2. Next, the mn shell is 3, means the maximum electron is 2 times 3 squared or equal 18. Then the n shell or the fourth shell, the maximum number of electron is 2 times 4 squared or equal 32. Here's how to write electron configuration based on the atomic shell. If the remaining electrons are less than 8, then all these remaining electrons are filled in the next shell. If the remaining electrons are more than or equal to 8 but less than 18, then 8 electrons are filled in the atomic shell while the rest follow the first rule. If the remaining electrons are more than or equal to 18 but less than 32, then 18 electrons are filled while the rest follow the previous rule. And the last, if the remaining electrons are more than or equal to 32, then 32 electrons are filled and the remaining electrons follow the previous rule. What are the benefits of studying the electron configuration of the cell? There are several benefits when we can determine the configuration correctly. We can know the location of the electron in atom. We can find out the location of the period in the periodic system and can determine the location of the group in the periodic system. Why? Because the number of cells is the same as the periodic and valency electron indicate the group of atomic in the periodic system. Example, when we count calcium, the first step only, and here because the number of electron remaining is 10 while the maximum capacity of the third cell in 18. Then pay attention to the rules above, namely the second rule. The number of electron remaining is 10, where 8 is smaller than 10 is smaller than 18. So in the third cell, we fill in 8 electron. Next, at this point, the remaining electrons are 2 electrons in accordance with the first rule above the number of electrons that are less than or equal to 8. We write directly in the electron configuration. So, then electron configuration of the calcium atom is N. So, calcium is the A2 group while N on the fourth periodic. Example 2, tellurium. Tellurium atom has an atomic number of 52. We fill the electron according to the maximum capacity of each atom shell. Remember, the total number of electrons that are filled should not exceed the number 52. The first step stops here because the number of electrons remaining is 24. while the maximum capacity of the fourth shell in 32. Pay attention, the third rules discussed earlier. The remaining electrons are 24, where 18 is less than 24 is less than 32. So, for the fourth shell, we fill in 18 electrons. At the point, the number of electrons remaining is 6. In accordance with the first rule, we immediately fill the remaining electron in the last shell. So, the electron configuration of tellurium atom is there is in the 6A group, while and on the 5 periodic. You can see the position in periodic table element. How is it? It's easy, isn't it? But remember, this kind of configuration is only for main group element. What can we conclude from this lesson? Electron configuration is like uh, reading a motorcycle that has rules. If the electron charging is not appropriate like a motorcycle, there will be problems. A good feeling can make us determine where the electron is located. We can even determine the periodic and atomic group in the periodic table. Remember, as the Bible says, everything has to be happen in a polite and orderly way. 1 Corinthians 14 verse 40. If we follow the rules, then everything will go well too. If you love me, keep my commandment. John 14 verse 15. Thank you and God bless you.